What is up, my fellow UFC junkies? Max with the Parlay Princes. We are here to not talk about UFC. We're going to talk about their arch nemesis, GFL, which is DOA, Dead on Arrival. Do I feel bad? Yes. Do I care? Not really. Because we saw this coming a mile away. When the organization officially launched and you heard wind of it, you're like, yeah, okay, we'll see, boys, we'll see. And then they had that god-awful draft, which is the brokest way to do it. Not fly any fighters in, just have them FaceTime. They had that one lady there on the computer that was acting like she was doing something. The owner of this, I forget his name, of the GFL, the founder, you could tell he had no idea what was going on. You ask him his 3 favorite UFC fighters, he would have no idea what's going on. So, like, just from a fan standpoint, you could see this from afar. Like, how is this possible? But they started signing fighters, and then we heard they're actually having an event. They're having an event in May. I believe it was in LA, if I'm not mistaken, which is insane because that's a very tough fighting commission to go through. So you would think you would pop out to Colorado or something where bare knuckle was live for like 70 years before it started branching out. But the GFL, man, they just did so many things wrong. And why the event was canceled, would you be surprised if I told you it's money? It's not because it's mosquito season or because the wildfires. It's because an investor literally just didn't cut the check, which is crazy. They don't have like a backup plan. It was April. An investor is supposed to send the money by April. April came. He said, absolutely not. He's like, I saw that AI trailer you guys did. I'm not involving myself in this. He didn't say those exact words, but you get it. It was, and I don't blame him, bro. Are you going to cut a check for $2 million to the GFL? Maybe if you're a billionaire, you just want to have some fun. But if you're looking for your return on money, you're not going to do that, which is why GFL and Fire Festival are very similar. Talk a big game. This is happening. Here's the date. Psych, it's not happening. Thank God they canceled it before it happened, though. Imagine you get there and they're still building the arena. They're still building the cage. Nasty. Somebody said, I saw a comment said the Huck Tua coin lasted longer than GFL. That's nasty works. That's nasty works. And you got to kind of feel for the fighters, you know. This was their last chance under the big lights, people screaming, people throwing soda at them as they walk to the cage. And now they don't get that. I'm sure some people have their own gyms. Some people have endorsements, sponsorships, whatever the case may be. But a lot of fighters that were on this list, they just wanted that paycheck. And I personally hate when work gets canceled. I'm a freelance videographer. I'll be driving to a shoot. The guy's like, actually, never mind, not today. Bro, I want that money. So you got to feel for the fighters in that sense. I hope they have some backup plans. Some of them got paid. I don't know if they got paid in full, but Tyron Woodley's laughing in the bank right now. He got a free milli. He said, bet. GFL, DOA, because of money. Nasty. But again, a lot of us were surprised this was even coming to fruition. You know, once we saw that GFL, if you need someone to give you ideas and to sell out every single seat, hit me up. As soon as I saw that AI trailer, people were dogging it, this and that. I'm like, bro, first of all, I thought it was real. So don't take any of my advice. I thought that AI video was real. I will say that. But tell me this wouldn't sell every single seat in the house. Every fighter has to wear that Spartan outfit they had for the trailer. You make them fight in the Spartan outfit, bro, every seat, you're doubling the money quick. If that seat was selling for 50, it's now going for 100 because that fit. Medieval times plus ex-UFC fighters, free money, bro. Free money. It's rough because very, very few fight organizations succeed. Apparently, even one championship is over $300 million in the hole. That's insane. Got a bagel seed in my mouth. That's insane. Even the UFC, bro, was $40 million in the hole at one point. Dana called his main investor, or whoever, one of the brothers in the UFC that were like funding it. He's like, yo, bro, we're 40 million in the hole. What do you want to do? He's like, I'm going to think about this tonight and call you tomorrow. Dana got the call, and the guy said, let's keep it going. Thank God, because I don't know what I'd be talking about right now. Like hockey bets? Hell no. Get that shit out of here. So if you're not willing to lose a couple million the first event, you're just not ready. And you would think they have that squared away before they do all this. Because the founder's reputation is on the line. It's the same thing with the guy from Fire Festival. He has to do Fire Festival too, because no one's going to give him money for anything else. So if this guy can't get GFL off the ground, how are you going to put your face on anything else ever again? It's about reputation at this point, which is terrifying. But this is the other thing, GFL, you psychopaths. If you can't afford one event, why are you having two? These guys had a date May 24th and May 25th. What are you, WWE? It blows my mind sometimes. It's like, bro, like I feel bad, but at the same time, I'm like, some of y'all are just shot. If you can't afford one camera, don't buy two of them. That's where I'm good with business. I'm good at like starting with like nothing and then working my way up instead of just like, bink, here I am. It just doesn't work, bro. So now they have no investor for their event, had to cancel it. The fighters are probably done with this. That's the other crazy part. I knew this thing was cooked when the GFL drafted Rashad Evans. And Rashad Evans, after the fact, said, I have no idea what this is. I've never heard of this in my life. So they're drafting fighters who aren't even involved in this. They get the call afterwards, hey, you've been drafted. Do you want to be a part of this? And then they have to go, what's GFL? You guys are doing this in the wrong order. It's terrifying, but hey, it gives me hope for some business. Maybe we can start our own Parley Prince's Pound Town fight promotion. We'll just turn this room into a little ring. That's a little small. There'll be a lot of KOs. But I just wanted to come on here and preach about GFL, guys. We saw it coming. Does it hurt? Yes, I was kind of excited for some of these fights. But at the same time, am I shocked? No. Because in the back of my mind, I'm like, who is going to dish out like 10 to 20 million for the GFL? Every single investor had to have been like, this might work in 5 years. Like, you literally have to put your feet on the ground and just truck through loss after loss after loss. 10 million, 20 million, 30 million, 40 million. And then 1 year you start to slowly like, oh, you profited 2 mil. The next year you profited 10 mil. You have to be ready for this 10, 20 year game plan. Obviously they're not. Obviously they're not with that fucking AI video. Oh my God. I'm going to watch that again just to laugh because that was insanity. That's it, guys. Pray for the fighters because, let's have a moment of silence for the GFL real quick. All right, that's it. We're done. Rough one. I guess we're stuck to watching bare knuckle and one championship and dirty boxing. That's it. Drop a little comment below, guys. Appreciate y'all for being here. Let's get it.